welcome to a brand new season of F6 karting. Today we're in Lydd in Kent. Hopefully we see some good action here. There's some young talent out there and we should see some good racing today.
We certainly did. It was the first round of the year 2000 championships for all of the Formula 6 four-stroke classes. Plus we had a bit of a special with the introductory practice round for the class that's made the UK the world's biggest market for Rotax 125 Max engines. Now these karts can travel at over 90 miles an hour on some circuits, and today we'll see them wheel to wheel at around 70 miles an hour. Many of the drivers in the Rochester Motor Club that race in Formula 6 come from the two West Texas area, such as last year's junior champion James Wingfield, seen here in Class 13.
Hi, I'm James Wingfield. I'm from Cheam in Surrey. I've just had Heat 1 there. It was quite a good race. I started 7th. Unfortunately I got caught up in traffic a bit and got stuck behind some of the other drivers. But it should be good for the rest of the day. We'll see what happens.
In fact, James was actually suffering with a clutch failure that caused him not to start Heat 2 and also affected him in the final when his chain came in. But here's what he was championing last year. The new class, the Junior Royales, headed there by James Russell in number 17, but ultimately won by the number 5 car of Paul James ahead of Duncan Tappy in the O-Plate car.
Yeah. Okay, that was Heat 2. This is Duncan Tappy. Nice one, Duncan. Started last on the grid.
Yeah, that was good. I managed to scrap my way through the field and ended up third. Could have been a bit better. I maybe could have came second. Our gearing was a bit wrong.
Yeah. And you're a local lad, you're from around this area?
Yeah, I just live down in Epsom, Surrey.
And you're last year's champion out here?
Yeah, champion of junior standard last year.
And you're hoping for a good result this year?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Well, Duncan went on to come second in the final, which, considering that when the engine was looked at after the race, it had a leaking inlet valve, wasn't bad at all. That will be fixed for the next round, so Paul James of Sutton, who won the event, you've got to watch out. Now here we're back with some of the Rotax Max class again, and this is two of the local drivers, Adrian Sara in kart number 11 and kart number 3, which is Oliver Tucker in a dream car. They're racing against number 82, Kevin Roots. Wheel to wheel, we saw some really good racing with these three. Well, that's Oliver Tucker in kart number 3 ahead of 11. No, it's 82. All three of them going into the corner, but I think there's only one coming out. Welcome to the year 2000 Championship. This is round 2 held at Sittingbourne in Kent. Today we'll be looking at two classes in particular, the Junior Standard Royales and the fantastic Rotax Max 125 class. Well, the young cadets from 8 to 11 years also had a terrific day's racing, and here we see number 5, Dean Walters, in the final, running away at the front. Behind him is Billy Wells. He had a terrific day's racing against Lloyd Biddulph, where they swapped positions in the heats to come second and third, and Billy going on to take second in the final.
So here we have Billy Wells. Billy races for the Cadet Lights. Billy, first heat, how was that?
Well, I was 6th on the grid and I ended up coming 3rd. I had a good start, but they full started it, so my second start was a bit of a bad one.
And what about the final?
The final, I'm 3rd in the grids, and my hopes are pretty high.
So, Billy, how old are you at the moment, and what do you want to get to when you get a bit older?
Well, I'm 11, and when I grow up, I hope to be Formula 1.
You want to be racing with the big boys then?
Yeah.
Well, good luck, Billy.
Well, moving out now on to their warm-up lap of the Junior Standard Royales. Paul James having won the first heat, Duncan Tappy coming second, and first in the second heat now gets Duncan Tappy pole position for the final. As they start the race, just look at the lead. Duncan Tappy pulls out over the number 33 car, Jake Oliveira from Chesington in Surrey. The whole class seems to be dominated from these three lads as they rush off ahead of James Russell in number 17 car, Matthew Arnold in number 22. Well, the Junior Standard Royales today are actually racing in the final with the Junior Pro karts, and here we see an example of just how much quicker than those karts they really are. as they actually start to catch up and lap the leaders in the Junior Pro Karts. Well, quite possibly we'll be seeing more of Duncan later in the year on some of the national championships, because he's also moving into the Junior Rotax Max class. Well, it's the last few bends of the race as Duncan Tappy comes round to take the checkered flag.
So here we are in Bayford Meadows in Kent for the first meeting of the Rotax FX. Here we have James Wingfield. James, second in your first heat. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was a good race. Adrian Sarra slightly quicker down the straight, but it was a good battle.
So, pole position for the final, how's that going to feel?
Yeah, it should be good this time. We've got starting on pole, of course, an advantage. We're going to try and pull away and hold it to the end of the race.
Well, good luck for that, James.
All right, thanks.
Well, the threatening clouds did their dirty deed and dropped it all over the circuit, making it very slippery indeed. But a bit of contention as we start the race, because some of the karts turned out to be running on last year's tyres, wet tyres that are a little bit grippier than the specification for this year. We wonder what will happen after the race. But James Wingfield taking the lead straight away from pole position on those slicks. Looking more like a bit of a roadblock at the moment as he goes sideways into the corners, but Adrian Sarra going round the outside on those wet tyres. Will he take the lead? Yes. Number 5, Tony Freeman, also on wets. Oh, just going off the circuit there, but coming up the inside of Chris Bland in the number 23 kart. Look at the lead Adrian Sarra's pulling out over the number 5 kart. Adrian's had a fantastic day. It was good to see him driving so well. Look at the way these karts go into the corners. They're sideways going in, but coming out, they try to release a 28 horsepower, and it just doesn't seem to find the traction. These two are just going to battle it out right the way through to the finish. Number 5, Tony Freeman ahead of Adrian Sarra in the number 11 kart. Watch the way they take these corners. It is just so slippery out there. Well, as these two karts streak ahead of the rest of the field, the big question seems to be, will they make it through to the final without getting tripped up as they pass through the back markers? James is just struggling. Watch this. On to the last lap. It's number 5 ahead of number 11, Tony Freeman and Adrian Sarra. They're closing in on these back markers. This could be where the things change. No, they pass Simon Cockhill, known to his friends as Psycho, and now they're coming in onto James Wingfield. Will he let them through? Oh, that's close. Still Tony Freeman ahead of Adrian Sarra. As we come into the last couple of corners, it looks like Adrian's going to get through. He does. Adrian Sarra takes the win.